Hello, everyone. Wait for some, hold on, let me check and see if anybody popped on here. Okay, hello. It is May 18th, Monday, 2020. My name is John Fiori. I'm in New Jersey. I bet you couldn't tell by my accent. I'm a Jersey guy. And I'm guessing that you're getting that by by the way I speak. But anyway, I'm a holistic life coach, and I incorporate many different tools into my practice to help people understand. I'm sorry, to help for me to connect with people of any background, any walk of life, whether you're in business, whether you're a ball player, whether you're a spiritual practicing, you practice your spirituality. I like to connect with people on wherever they're at on all different levels. So that is part of my repertoire of my tools. I was in business. I was a baseball player. I was a baseball umpire. I use psychic medium talents. I use my clairs. I use all my abilities to connect with whoever I'm dealing with in the moment. Okay, and I help people perform at whatever they want to succeed at in the best way possible. Okay, by using EFT, holistic hypnotherapy. Like I said, however I can connect with people, I'll use any and all of my tools to do that, to make sure I make a good connection, and how I'm able to reach them from a personal perspective. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But I wanted to first thank Dr. Ruth for offering me this time to tell you about conscious creating. It occurs to me that we're always creating, okay? And most of the time we're doing it unconsciously, okay? And that's just the way our human existence is. And what I wanted to tell everyone is that you can have a conscious part in that. You can certainly empower yourself to create what you want, okay? You have that power. instead of just letting life happen to you. Okay? And there are little hacks and ways of helping helping the universe give you what you want. Okay? So becoming a conscious creator is part of that. And let me say it this way. A lot of us like to walk around saying affirmations. Okay, affirmations are great. However, most of the time, we're operating 90% from the subconscious and only 10% from the conscious. When we affirm something, we're using an affirmation, we're affirming it in the conscious state. The subconscious hears it too, but we're affirming, we're incorporating the conscious mind into that. So if your affirmation is consciously not believable to you, what I'm saying is that 10% is fighting with the 90%. Okay? They're not in alignment. So if you walk around saying you're a multimillionaire and your conscious mind says, nah, that's not true, it's not in alignment with the subconscious. Now, the subconscious heard it. It's okay to say it. You're not doing anything to damage anything. You're not doing anything wrong. However, I submit to you that when the two are not in alignment, that you're not getting the intended or desired outcome of which you seek in that respect. So you can use something called AFFORMATIONS, AFFORMATIONS, AFFORMATIONS. Affirmations are pretty much they're like affirmations, but it's using a little mind hack by putting them in the form of a question. What you can state what you desire in the form of a question as if you already have it. This way, the information goes right to the subconscious, and then the conscious mind says, wait a minute, if you already have it, it must be so. So you're kind of playing with the subconscious conscious connection. Okay? For instance, guys, I a little more than 2 years ago, I experienced a couple of strokes. Whether you choose to believe this or not, I created these strokes. I mean, I'm a law of attraction coach, so I understand this stuff now. But I created the strokes to propel me to a place of understanding how the laws of the universe work in an easier way that I could understand. I kind of set an intention unconsciously to bring myself to all information of how things work. So in the law of attraction and universe, because that's something I've always been interested in, but I never consciously set out to do that. So there's that subconscious creation that I used in creating the strokes and the outcomes from it. So, okay, as a holistic coach, and I use a lot of EFT, and as a practitioner, I help people with this stuff and helping them to understand the laws of the universe in terms of contrast, how we create these dark moments so that we can transcend them to see the light that comes out of them. That's the contrast in which we chose to come here and experience. So with these affirmations, with regards to my strokes, it left me with some facial paralysis that on the left side. And in my idle moments or moments that, look, there's no doubt that a lot of us walk around with some self-dialogue that may not be serving us very, very well. Look, we're always in a state of hypnosis, okay? The universe is listening, okay? So if you walk around saying, oh, this knee is killing me, I wish I would die, guess what? You think you may think that is is not a big deal or a benign statement. The universe heard that, okay? And it might serve you better to say an affirmation such as this: why is my knee feeling so healthy and strong? Okay? Notice that I put it in the form of a question in a way that I already have it. So when I do that, the universe goes to work in creating what I desire, okay? The desire is that I would like to have a good, strong, healthy knee. In my personal experience, the left side of my face is partially paralyzed. So I walk around saying things like this, just to give you some background on this and some understanding. Why are the nerves on both sides of my face feeling so vibrant and healthy? Okay. I am speaking from a place that I already have it. I'm speaking to the subconscious. And now the conscious mind is saying, wait, okay, you already have it. So from that perspective, and so the conscious mind is connecting to the subconscious mind, and they become aligned to give me what I want. Remember, universe, creator, God, however you perceive the higher power in your life to be, is always trying to pamper you, okay? Always trying to give you what you want. In many of your life experiences that you create, okay, and you do create them all, there's a lot of misunderstanding with this because we've been taught, we've been fed a lot of things from our religions, and it's not that they're right or wrong, it's that there might have been some information there that didn't serve us very well. Too often we were taught to fear this God up in the sky or up in heaven that had control over our lives. And it's more like this: we're in a working relationship with this God creator, okay? That's always looking to give us what we want. Now remember, we're in human form, we're spirit in human form, so we have to work with all three parts of the model: the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay? So using affirmations, instead of walking around unconsciously speaking negatively about yourself or others, or about how focusing on the difficulties in your life, okay? If you can train yourself to consciously create by figuring out what you want, okay? If you want a healthy body, you could walk around. You could walk around using an affirmation. Why is my body so healthy, vibrant, and feeling so good? Okay, you've just stated that to the universe in the form of a question. It went to the subconscious. Now the subconscious is going to align with the conscious mind, and it's going to start to create that for you by helping you. And now, by helping you to meet people, places, things that will make that happen for you. You can open up, you could just come across, for example, you could come across a book one day that gives you some valuable information, okay? You can meet someone that has information for you that can tell you about something in their life that helped them, and now you met them. You can learn from others in ways that you never thought possible. Okay, so certainly being open to receiving after you create the affirmation is a place where you want to go with this. Okay, you want to be open to receiving what you asked for. Okay. I hope I'm getting across with these ways of creating. You know, if you got something going on in your life that is not serving you very well, instead of focusing on what is not serving you, I would ask you to give some thought to the creation of what you would like, okay? And then start using affirmations based upon what you would like to happen in your life, okay? For instance, if you're lonely, okay, you don't have a partner, you're lonely, and you would like to have a better relationship with another in your life, okay? I would say get into the thought process of what does that person look like? If that person looks like or what would you like that person to look like? Oh, I'd like that person to be a kind, gentle, understanding fellow, for instance. And you can say something like this: why do I have this relationship, this loving relationship with this kind, gentle, good-looking guy, okay, who understands me, and we both exchange love in a mutual manner that serves the both of us. I believe that you can get into this and play with it, but it's conscious creating instead of walking around focusing on what our pain is, what our discomfort is, instead of using our conscious mind to create what we want, but create it in the form of a question as if you already have it. Okay? The universe recognizes that. Okay? And it wants to give you what you want. So, if you're walking around using affirmations, that's fine. But if in that affirmation, if it's something you truly believe 100% to be true, then using that affirmation is a powerful tool. Okay? If you're declaring an affirmation that you really don't believe in the conscious mind, then it's really not going anywhere. It's not doing any harm. It's just not doing anything. It's like bouncing off the walls, okay? So I'm just trying to teach you how to play with this as a hack. When you, again, when you recite an affirmation that you truly believe, okay? I am a child of God, okay? I truly believe that, okay? When you want to affirm something to try and create something and you don't believe what you're saying, that 10% part of the conscious mind that's at work there is cutting off the connection, okay? So it's saying, not true, not true. You know what? I can't give you what you want because you really don't believe it. So what this is really telling us, guys, is that the belief system in our world, in our inner being, is what the universe recognizes. So you really want to check in on your beliefs, okay? If you believe the world is not fair, I would suggest to you to try and gain some understanding. Well, where did I learn that the universe is not fair? Okay, my past experiences showed me that. I never had the friends I wanted. I never had the relationships I wanted. I never had the money I wanted. The universe kept giving me crap. Okay. What I submit to you is you created those experiences so that you can work your way out of them. You can have anything you want. So if you created a life of misery, you created it. I'm asking you to look at the other end of the contrast of this, the other end of the spectrum. You created from a place of fear and lack so that you can transcend that and receive from a place of joy and gratitude and love. Okay, that's the contrast, and we travel up and down this vortex. Guys have listened to Abraham, the stream of David, different channels of consciousness, streams of consciousness. They're pretty much all saying the same thing, okay? That's the contrast in which we came here to operate and experience, okay? So you're always creating. When you're creating something you really don't, something you really don't like, you're creating it so that you can, your desire is to see the other side of it. So know that you can get there, okay? That comes with faith, trust, okay? That's when you hear all these words. What do they mean by faith? What do they mean by hope? What do they mean by trust? Trust in Creator. I just put it out there that this is what I want. So what I do is I put a default order into the universe. I pretty much ask the universe, Creator, to give me what is for my highest and best good. Okay? So I consciously put that in there, but unconsciously, many times, the universe is going to give you what's for your highest and best good. Because there are things that you may not get. There are things that you may not get because they may not be right for you. Okay? Little example. I like to give examples from my personal story so that you can understand these things. I live down the Jersey Shore. I'm 75 yards from a beautiful river which feeds, it's a main line to the ocean. It's called the Manasquan River. It's a beautiful river. It actually means beautiful place by the sea. So it was named that by the Indians that used to inhabit this area. Anyway, I had always wanted a house on an ocean block within walking distance to the ocean beach. Okay? So, long story short, I used to have a business, and I was working on putting together the funds to make that happen, because that was going to be an expensive transition for me. And so things along those lines in that dream fell apart, and I couldn't understand why. I lost a lot of value in the business that I sold. I lost a tremendous amount of value in the crash of 2008. And I really couldn't understand why God was doing this to me. God wasn't doing anything to me. He was working for me, and I didn't even realize it at the time. I'll tell you why. I finally sold my house up in North Jersey, moved down to the Jersey Shore in a family rental. And the year I did that was 2012, and that was the year of Storm Sandy. So I moved into this house by the Manasquan River in 2012. Later that year, I moved in the summer. Later that year in October, Superstorm Sandy hit. And it washed away pretty much a lot of the real estate within 10 blocks of the ocean. Now, if I had gotten what I wanted, I would have been homeless. I would have been out of a home, because the house that I wanted, the homes that I wanted were on that ocean block, and I would have been out on the street, because insurance would only cover so much of that, and you wouldn't be able to rebuild from what you would get from flood insurance. So here I am in this rental, 75 yards from a beautiful river, feeling like I'm down the shore in a beautiful place. And it came to my awareness that, wow, God really watched out for me here. So in the sense of creation, I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but I got a form of it. Okay, so you could pretty much get a better understanding of attraction, that you'll always get what you want or a form of what you want. Okay, if you don't battle with this, if you battle with this stuff and fall out of trust and go to a place of fear, you're creating a disconnect from universe giving you what you want. Okay, so I finally realized that I had this house that I'm living in, that Creator took care of me in keeping me in a safe place. The water in the back river here did not even come near the house. So the lady calls me that owns the house after the Superstorm Sandy and says, "Do you want to buy the house?" And I said, "Sure." Excuse me. I was living in the home of my dreams. I was renting it, and I didn't even know that this was pretty much my destined spot. It's a beautiful place. I can't imagine being in a more beautiful place. I'm in such gratitude for where I am. Okay? So there is that comfort I have, knowing that I was provided for in a way that was best for me. Okay? So if you set that default in motion, saying, you can tell the Creator, whatever I create, I choose to create for my highest and best good. Then when you receive what you get, you can understand two things. When you receive what you get, know that it was right for you. Uh, when you don't receive what you want, know that in some way it wasn't good for you. Okay? So you're living in that state of trust in this relationship with Creator. That would be the default mechanism. You want or order to the universe, or prayer to the universe. God, whatever you bring me, please make it for my highest and best good. Okay? So then you know going forward, anything you receive is for your highest and best good, because you're going to get what you want. Okay? And so I set that default in motion, and then I use these affirmations. Why is my face feeling so strong and healthy? Okay? And you know what? I do believe, here's the belief system, that it does take some time, and I do have to play a part in it, okay? Because I'm the creator, okay? I have a body, I have a mind, and I got my connection with spirit working at all times. So do I do facial exercises? Yeah. I'm incorporating the power of my body, okay? So do I do facial exercises or massages? Yes, I do. Will I use acupuncture? Yes, I will. I'm not saying I'll use essential oils on my face. I'll use stem cell patches like I'm wearing here. I'll use anything that is going to support what I want, because I'm using my God source creation ability of body to help create that situation. Flip side of that would be to sit back and just let everything come to you. Doesn't work like that. Not in our human experience. Okay? We chose to come here in this human form. This is why we get off our butts in the morning and we go to work. Why? Because we want to create income so that we can eat, have a food, have a roof over our head. Okay? We're creating. Okay? We're always creating. So the purpose of this little video is to help you understand that instead of walking around in that hypnotic state, saying things that are not going to serve you very well, why don't you give some thought to creating what you want by first understanding what that is, and then put it in the form of a question as if you already have it. Okay? So there's no one on here, so I can't interact with anyone, but I mean, the video is certainly posted. If there are any questions about this and you watch this video at a later time, please feel free to type them in the chat and tag me, and I'll get back to you about them. And if you'd like to do some personal work around consciously creating, please look me up. My website is johnthaddeusfiori.com. It's going to show, when you go to it, a picture of a baseball player throwing a pitcher, major league pitcher throwing a pitch. And as I said, I work with anyone. I like working with baseball players because I have that background. But anyone that wants to perform better at whatever they do, business, doesn't matter what you do. If you want to perform better at that, I help you increase the odds in your favor, sort of like my motto. I help you increase the odds in your favor by working with your belief system, okay? Because your belief system is running the show of creation, okay? And learning how to work with the belief system is something you would want to do if you want to consciously create better, okay? You want to create a better golf swing. You want to create better business relationships. You want to create better managerial skills. You want to create better parenting skills, okay? Relationship skills in your marriage, okay? Anything that you want to create is something I help people with, okay? What do you want to create? What are you having trouble with? We get all of that stuff out in the open and we discuss what's going on. I might use some EFT. I might use some spiritual counseling. I might use my clairs, my psychic abilities. I'll use anything that's going to help you get what you want. So I hope this little segment on affirmations has helped you to consciously create or become an intentional creator, okay? Instead of letting the universe decide everything, you have a part in that, okay? Hey, I'd like a better place to live, okay? You can use an affirmation, okay? Creator, why do I have this beautiful new house or apartment that really works for me? It has beautiful light. It has a beautiful view. I have friendly neighbors. Why do I have this? Okay. Create what you want. Okay. Why do I have this beautiful house on the ocean? I'm suggesting the more you do it in increments, small increments, so that you can increase the odds of your believability, okay? If you're living in a small 900 square foot apartment and now you want a house on the ocean, okay? It's not that that is impossible. Everything's possible. However, you may want to incrementally work with ways of creating in small ways, so that you can learn that, you know something, I do have the power to go from my apartment that's 900 square feet to an apartment that's 1,500 square feet with a better view, with friendly neighbors, okay? With people that I enjoy being around, like-minded people. I suggest you play with this in small incremental ways, okay? Because it's going to help the believability factor in it, okay? Anytime you're creating resistance, if you're living in an 800 square foot apartment and you're looking for a house on the beach, okay, that's certainly a big shift in believability, okay? So that 10% of the conscious mind that's working in that respect is saying, that's really not possible, buddy, not in this lifetime, okay? So it is possible. However, it's going to take some work, and don't get into how it's going to work. You can affirm it. You can affirm it. Why do I have this house on the ocean? Okay. But I'm telling you to learn how to start flexing your ability to create muscle. Flex your muscles of creation by doing them in small increments so that you can build on your believability factor. Okay? It's like going to the gym and saying, okay, get on that bench and bench press 300 pounds. Okay? What you want to do, you would certainly hurt yourself. So what you want to do is, if that's your intention, someday I'm going to lift bench press 300 pounds. You're going to build up to that incrementally. Okay, so it's something you want to consider in your intentional creations. Okay, if you want to go for the big one right away, go right ahead. Okay, universe is going to give you little ways. It's going to maybe start giving you some business ideas. It's going to work with that. Okay, but I'm saying you might sabotage that in your conscious mind by saying, you know what, this is bullshit. It's not going to work. And right there, you're sabotaging it. Okay, you're breaking the chain of creation. Okay, you're pushing it further away. So certainly doing this in small incremental steps is going to help serve you a little bit better. And again, if there's something going on in your life that's not serving you very well, anything, relationships, business, money, and you feel stuck and you can't seem to work your way out of it, look me up. I'm on Facebook, John Thaddeus Fiori. That middle name, Thaddeus, is something I got it. It was like my middle name, my baptismal middle name, and Thaddeus is the apostle, friend or cousin of Jesus, and it was a name that I was kind of ashamed, middle name that I was kind of ashamed of, but now I adopted it because I'm not ashamed of nothing in my life anymore. I know everything happened for me, and I'm in gratitude for everything that happened for me to get me to where I am now and to where it will bring me in the future. So there's that element of gratitude, which is a very high vibrational piece that helps bring things to me quicker because universe recognizes gratitude. It recognizes joy. It's like a magnet for the things you want. So if you hear me speaking about these things, I'm speaking from a perspective of this is a strategy of attraction, which you want to incorporate into your life, a strategy of attracting what you want. Okay? So you could learn to use more gratitude. That's being in appreciation for yourself and everything that you go through. Being in appreciation for every experience, for everything in your life, is a very high form of gratitude. It's a very high vibrational piece or frequency that helps you to attract what you want quicker. Okay? The minute you go down your spiral or vortex and start judging yourself or judging the universe or judging anyone else, you run into low vibrational territory and you're going to attract at that frequency. It's not that you're being punished. It's just how frequency works. And so learning how to work with frequency and attraction is a strategy. Okay? That would be a good example would be a man that's got multi-billions of dollars. Okay? The guy has no conscious concept that he's working law of attraction. But the guy's frequency is operating in a sense that I deserve money. Okay? Whether you understand it or not, whether you or want to wish to see it or not, for him to attract multi-billions, he's in a frequency of I deserve money. And it doesn't matter if he's spiritual, a good guy or a bad guy. He could be a fellow that does some nasty things to people. Okay? The universe is going to give him where he's vibrating. Okay? He's going to give him what he desires based upon a frequency. So being a goody-goody has nothing to do with it, guys. Okay? Learning how to work it, okay, is the strategy you want to get into. Okay? I choose to be a kind, loving person because it works for me in my body. I feel good doing it. Okay? I'm doing that for me. If you're the recipient of my kindness, great. I hope it helps you. I hope my kindness towards you helps you in some way. It certainly helps me, okay? And so that's one of the reasons why I'm so kind, because it helps me to be who I want to be, okay? I choose to be this way. I'm not acting kindly toward people because I feel like I'm going to get rewarded from a God in the sky that's keeping a scorebook, that's keeping keeping points for me. It doesn't work that way, guys. I choose to be kind because it works for me. I choose to come from a place of love because it works for me. I choose to vibrate love, joy, kindness, compassion. I choose to vibrate in that frequency because that works for me. Do I receive from that frequency? Yes, I do. I consciously do it, okay? And I use affirmations, which is what I'm trying to teach you here, so that I could consciously create that stuff. So I hope this helped you in some way. And here's another thing. You have the power to discern what is good for you, what's right for you, what is going to serve you, and what doesn't serve you. If anything that I've said doesn't resonate with you, or perhaps it brings up a question, then ask me the question, and I'll explain it from the best to the best of my ability. However, the point I'm trying to make is any part of what I said doesn't resonate or you don't agree with, you don't have to agree with it. Okay? That's part of your ability or your power to operate as God's source energy. So, if what I said has helped you and you'd like more information or you'd like to work with me in attaining what you want, look me up. I'm on Facebook, John Thaddeus Fiori. I have Tuning In with Thaddeus. Tuning Into Truth with Thaddeus is one of my sites. Sports Performance Improvement Techniques is another one of my sites on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, John Fiori, John T. Fiori. And my website is johnthaddeusfiori.com. I'm easy to find. But I hope this has helped you in some way to start giving some thought to consciously creating instead of just letting things happen to you. Okay? You can be a partner in that, guys. I think a lot of you know this already, but this is a little hack that can help you bring to the light more of what you want, okay? And you can certainly have more of what you want, guys. All right? So, thank you for watching this. I hope to, all of you in this network, Enlightened Living Network, and Enlightened World Network, Dr. Ruth and Geraldine and Terry Angel are friends of mine. I hope to get to know all of you in this network a lot more so that we can interact and share ideas. For the little bit that I've seen some of your videos here, I've seen Diane, I've seen Deb. I haven't watched, I've watched maybe a few minutes of some of your videos. I love what I heard. I'd love to get to meet you guys personally and interact with you. I truly appreciate having this time to share this with you, and look forward to being with you guys on more of these down the road, okay, so that I can help you in your experience here on this planet, especially during these times, right? So it's been a great joy and honor for me to spend this time. If there's anything that I've said that you really don't understand, please get back to me about it. You can message me on Facebook, on Messenger. I'm very approachable. I enjoy interacting with people, and certainly look forward to hearing from you guys more. Okay? Thanks for listening, guys, and tuning into this. I'll catch you guys down the road. Okay, bye-bye.